Hello everybody, Boiko is here, so PLO would be here as well. Today I decided to make a video play and explain on Russian Cash 200. I'm already started the challenge for 222,000 hands to figure it out how can I play, what can I show on this distance, on this stake with such high rake. And during this challenge, I would be happy to make some useful videos. Let's start with play and explain. This one, this session I have played a little bit before the challenge, but anyway, I still think we can find many interesting hands. So without further ado, let's jump to the action. Standard folds on both tables. I think I would give more speed. It would be more interesting to see probably the action during the videos. So we have decision on the right one. Usually against the GTO range, we should probably fold these queens, but against recreational and with cold color, this is becoming more closer. On the left side, it is okay, a little bit on the loose side, but I believe this is a recreational, so mostly we wouldn't face the check raise. And it's always nice to play in position against recreational, even though we have quite aggro, I believe, Rex on the blinds. So let's see. So on the left, we have decision. We already bet the half pot. Against regular, it would be a good hand to check it back to protect our range. But against recreational, I think bet is fine. On the right one, we have another pretty interesting flop. I remember that I betted this hand, but I think check is probably the better option when we are blocking our outs to the boat. We go with half pot, get called. So like when we get the call, I think we are pretty often ahead. It's so rare he would check call queen jack 10 here, so I think we can easily value bet on the turn. And the sizing, we can go pot or a little bit smaller. So now we're in the river, and this is pretty close. He kind of don't have jack 10, mostly ever, I believe. And he would rear have 10-7 and 5-7 as well. But in the same way, we are blocking the most of his calling range with our king and queens. So without king, I would potentially even just show maybe this river, especially with the 10. But with the king, I decided to check it back and lose to the 5-7. So it's soft. It would be so hard to get called by worst, and we need to consider which hand could call us on the river as well. So easy open on the right, boom pawn to the left. I think we should play most of our hands with this 10 big blinds in the middle, but this one I think we can fold. So the right, usually we should check a lot in the multi-way, especially when we have two players behind. But our hand is really nice to bet with top pair and straight blockers. So the other option could be check raise, but I still haven't seen that the player betting enough bluffs that we would be profitable check raise this one. So easy fold on the right. Aces, yeah, against short, all aces. Maybe even, yeah, maybe just not with 4 aces in our head. We would 3-bet. So the right table, it's pretty close. I think with the 5 we can open this. With the 3, this is close one. I think I have opened this because I saw the recreational on the small blind. And this is always nice to play against recreational, especially in position. Against this sizing, I think we can fold with one player behind. Here on the 3-bet pot, like sometimes we can bet this hand against one opponent, but in the multi-way, especially when small blind called us, his range is like flops this pretty strongly. So I decided to check and potentially give up. Maybe go to the showdown somehow. So these kings would be just call. Now it's just to the muck. Yeah, easy fold on the left, on the right. This is close open against passive big blind. I think it is okay. And on this board, on the left one, we can bet pretty aggressively with a small sizing. So opponents decided to call, and usually on an ace we should check a lot of our strong hands, because now I believe our range is much looks more weaker because we don't have too many aces in our hands in our range. So and the opponent would peel all ace on the flop, so we should be pretty careful on this turn and defend our range by checking a lot of trips as well. But I think against him, I would still continue betting, especially with the king. So I would probably check most of my ace, queen, and lower here. Easy open on the right. So and on the river as well. Like I believe I haven't seen him before, so just want to extract value from a 9 or ace. Maybe he would call with the kings. I don't expect too many bluffs in this line. So the right table probably fold even in solver world. We have recreational on the small blind, but he is short, so I would like to see fold. But I still open. Don't really like this one. Yeah, so we face 3-bet against short and cold call. I think now it's okay to peel in position. So the left table, we open, the players call, the button calls, big blind call us as well. I don't think I haven't seen the reason to bet this one on the flop, so just check and try get to the showdown. Looks like easy call on the turn with our flush draw and queens. And I don't need to bluff this one. I could consider to bluff weaker pairs plus flush draw, something like this, or maybe plus gutter. So easy open with kings on the cutoff on the left one. On the right one, this is with the four, it's quite a little bit too disconnected, even against just open. So I think we kind of need to 5 to defend against the early position. So on the left side, we flopped the 3 and good blockers to the future straights, so we can put pressure on the future streets on the 9, on the ace, on the jack. So nice to bet this and just take it this on the flop. So left one is a fold. The right one, we are not calling too many hands on the small blind in this rake environment, but these types playing pretty well, especially in multi-way. So I would happy to see call here, which I did, and the flop isn't so great for us. So just check fold. Okay, second table, yeah, just check. Check and fold against bet. Nothing special. Continue checking. Easy open on the left one. Yeah, big action here on the right, so we cannot continue this even against one bet. So let's see. Can we give more speed? I think it would be better. So jacks would be open on the bottom. Maybe with a 3 potentially fold. Easy fold on the left one. So we flop like ace q3 with flush draw. We don't have relevant blockers here. We have some showdown value, and we don't need like to bet full range or something like this on this board for sure. So just check back this. Potentially can consider bet with a diamond. The left table just fold. So on the turn we pick up the 9, but the board is so draw heavy. You don't have like a lot of different stronger hands to defend our range. We don't need to call this. Just fold. Left one against GTO range. This is probably still 3-bet, but against active recreational, this is for sure. This is 3-bet for sure. So on this board we kind of go for full range for 1/3. So the right one just to fold. Easy open on the right. And we bet and taken on the left one. Yeah, standard folds with these weak hands. It's pretty important to play solid pre-flop, because pre-flop mistakes are very growing post-flop. So like we need to be very solid with our pre-flop game. Most of the time we need just to have some strong reads when we want to deviate strongly. Easy open on the left, beautiful hand, and on the right one, if we have opportunity to jump in, we will do in this, but not against that price. So we face 3-bet against active regular. So we should have 4-bet kind of bluffing range without aces, but this hand is kind of too connected for it. Maybe I would consider with the 7, or it would be nice to hold queen, for example. And it's really useful to 4-bet without king, because the first folds, which should be like ace king hands in my opponent range. So the king is not the best card to 4-bet, so I would probably peel this and play post flop out of the position. Yeah, easy open on the right, and the left one we cannot do something with this hand, so just check fold. I think the opponent should bet full range here for small. Easy open on the right. This is fold, potentially open with a 7. So this hand, uh, like when we have a limper, it would be a reasonable strategy to open like one position before you. So it's like you should like open something like under the gun ranges, and this hand shouldn't be open from under the gun. Let's actually check this one in PLO trainer. So let's see. Let's see this hand from under the gun. I think we need at least 3. Yeah. So not a big mistake, but still, yeah, with the 3 we can raise this one. So, just fold. Let's see what I did. Yeah, I folded this. The right one looks nice hand, looking nice hand, and we are not playing too many hands on the small blind, but this one should be call, and even on this high rake environment, I think it would be okay. So let's check this one as well against under the gun. So we are calling here just 2% of our hands. It actually could be a nice idea to simplify to check to play fold or 3-bet, but I still try to implement calling strategy. And actually, if you can see here, this hand is pretty close to 3-bet as well. So this is pretty interesting one. I haven't considered to 3-bet. What about 775? Yeah, 775 is just 3-bet. What about 885? So maybe just 3-bet this hand against even UTG would be the play better in this strong rank environment. So let's continue our 10-7-7-5. I think this is open, especially against passive big blind. So we call here. This is actually not a good board for our range. Yeah, because we're on the small blind, we wouldn't have a lot of this low connected cards. We would mostly have high broadways or something like that. And but for early positions, this board isn't good as well. So it's kind of so I would probably just check full range this. On the big blinds, this is a different story. We play check the flop. I think you can put. I think the bet would be bet and check. Okay, I would like more bet because when we bet, when we check raise this turn and the river any high river card, this is close to early bet our sixes here, so we can easily run to the mat board. So I like just bet twice with this combo and potentially check raise 7-6, maybe even 7-4. Easy raise with ace on the left one. So standard folds everywhere. Let's find the hand. Yeah, this one too weak on the right one. So we have queens on the button and we have chicken spot on the left one. So it looks like that I want to fold, but I think should be a call on the button and the left just play passively. No, I call, yeah. I like this call. So we flop, not board. And we face a bet. Actually, under the gun shouldn't bet on a higher frequency here. We can start raise this hand already or just call into a trap. So it's both option is fine. and continue calling. Don't see the reason now. He's betting so big. He's really polarized himself. So just call easy open on the left one and call 3-bet as well. So on the river, we would bet just 9 plus, and pot would be my sizing here. I actually go smaller. I don't know why, but maybe hope to get more white calls. So on the left one, I folded without nut suit. For me, it looks standard. So the opponent fold. So this should be kind of a call, I believe. And if we want to simplify, we could consider to 3-bet. So let's see what I do. Yes, I go with 3-bet. Let's check this in the PLO trainer, how we have approached these kings. So like king 8-5. Yeah, actually it is 3-bet even in the solver world. So 4 we should just fold in, and yeah, okay. With the 4 we are just folding, with the 5 we are 3-betting. Like with the 4 we need double suit, with the 5 single suit is fine. So flop comes pretty dynamic straight. 1, and I think I can simplify and just check full range here. On the left is the open. So I decided to check. Against the open, I think it's pretty close, but on this rake structure, fold would be the play, probably. Check back the right. So the opponent in position should bet most of his strong hands, but I still like more continue checking, potentially small bet, but check looks standard. And on the river, probably small bet looks okay for me. Get called by queens, which is standard as well. Easy open with aces. The left one with queen suit would be open this little bit too weak. Standard folds. This is trashy hand, even double suited. Don't need to play this. Will flop just trouble. The left one, I think this is good enough to raise against limp from MP. So this board is not pretty good for our range, especially we are playing against limp range, so he should have much more this lower connected stuff. And in we are kinda close to SPR 10, even more. There's SPR like more than 10, so I think we can probably check on really high frequency here as well. Use of clubs bad for our range. We don't we don't improve for some draw. Just still checking and decided what our opponent does. So the right one is this is kind of always challenging to play with a lot of shorties. This player looks quite active, so potentially could even consider to 3-bet and go with this against him. Fold against 4-bet from big stakes and decided against smaller. So yeah, I decided to 3-bet him. So against spot, I'll just fold my top pair on this double flush draw bowlers. The right one he calls. This is a great structure for our range, but bad for our hand. But still, SPR less than one. Even against, I believe, more like everything we have enough. So let's just go with this. So yeah, even against set we have 25%, 26 even, yeah. As you fold on the left one, standard folds, a big part of the game to play right pre-flop hands. Like the big mistake on the river is a beginning in the pre-flop. So this would be defend against button and easy defend against small blind for sure. Right one would be open. And yeah, I think I would like fold on these tables. Potentially call this, maybe even on the hijack. Easy call on the button. Standard open and stick it down. So this hand on the left one, solver like to call with nut suit and 3-bet without. This is a reasonable strategy. We are trying to fold high suit spades behind us. So let's do it. And easy full against 4-bet. On this range, on this flop, I would bet full range for 1/3. Take it. This hand is close against 100 big blinds. Against shorties, we have to play a little bit tighter, so I think fold would be the better option. The left one would be easy open. So right one potentially call against small blind, and that's it. Maybe in some multi-way we can jump in with more than 2 players. So this is interesting one. Potentially could be 4-bet if the opponent would open from cutoff maybe, or from hijack, little bit later position. And against some active players, this hand could be potential just 4-bet and go. But say looks pretty tight, so I decided to fold. And easy open on the right. I believe I folded. Let's see, yeah. It was challenging for me. So let's see this one. This is close again. With the 5, I can potentially 3-bet. With the 4, it's dicey, and even call looks not so great. So I actually consider to fold this. Let's see this hand. It's interesting one pre-flop. So let's see. What's going on here? Let's take GG. Ace king 9-4. Yeah, just clear fold and nothing going on here. What about 5? Even with the 5, it's just folding. So this is a big. We need this. Even with the 7, we are folding. So yes, we should play quite tight against early position. Yeah. So just fold and don't even close to the right play. It was a mistake, and quite actually big. So right one limp rod, just check all our second nuts. Don't need to raise. Don't need to fold. The river is close with a spade. I think small bet looks okay. And on the left one we could call, could raise. Both option is valuable. Are valuable. Open call. Yeah, we can continue barreling. It's not a big problem to play with the boat here. Pretty important to find enough bluffs. The main bluffs would be something with a 9 and potentially backdoor draws. So easy three bet on the right. Yeah, I will bet full range here. Maybe we can use even 1/3 on the flop. Easy open on the left. This is close defend, but it looks like a recreational player, so good enough. So usually these two pairs, yeah, like prefer to check, but with extra equity, have double gutter. Let's bet this. But I think pot would be the main sizing. Decide to go a little bit smaller. The river brings 3 straights. We had this lower ones. So yeah, it's quite mixing strategy would be here. You can play small sizing and probably pot size. And blocking two pairs, which is not good. I believe he would always have some showdown on the river. So it would be kind of tough to wait a lot of bluffs. I like to bet small and get called from something. Got 3/4, which is fine, okay. So I think it would be it for first part. I I would continue to make these videos for you. So if you like it, subscribe and push the like button. It would be really nice for me, and I would really appreciate. So thank you for watching, and see you next videos.